how many of us, I would say it was almost unanimous, begged and begged and begged in the development cycle for this game to play as Zelda, and nothing. Nothing at all. I put hundreds of hours into Hyrule Warriors and all three of its variations to play as Zelda. To play as Zelda with the color switch so she could be Hilda. Like, everyone loves Zelda. And I don't know if they're saving some, like, big wallop for us, like the next big, Link to the Past, like the next big Link to the Past style, huge, monumental game might be about Zelda. Like, that would be incredible, but if that doesn't happen, like, why are you withholding her from us?
This was the chance to do it, honestly. I think this was the chance to do it, and I really, really thought it was gonna happen, and I think that, like, one thing is, this version of Zelda, Breath of the Wild 2 Kingdom, is probably my favorite version of Zelda because of her character, the arc she goes on, and just her personality and everything. I really like her. There are, like, quotes from Aonuma and some of the development team where they're surprised when they realize that people want to play as her, and I'm like, why are you surprised? Yes, Link is the hero of the game, but Link has been the hero for 35 years. Link can still be the hero, but give us another additional character, because, like, I made a video last year after I beat God of War Ragnarok. Have you played God of War Ragnarok, by the way?
I have not.
Okay, mild spoilers, but basically, you not only play as Kratos, but you play as his son Atreus. And when I saw that, I was like, they need to do this with Tears of the Kingdom. They need to do this because it just makes perfect sense, and it is basically a nice addition to the sequel. There's a lot of additions to the sequel to Breath of the Wild, which is Tears of the Kingdom, with the content, with the gameplay, and all that, but having Zelda in there would have radically changed things. And even so small as, like, Zelda being sent to the past, and you play out those memories as Zelda, that would have been amazing. That would have even made the connection with Rauru and Sonia that much closer. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that it's probably wishful thinking, but I'm hoping that when some DLC comes down, maybe there's something like that.
Oh, I really hope so, yeah.
Like, it would be really cool if there was, like, a 2 or 3 hour adventure that's maybe, like, 1 or 2 dungeons and a little, like, world gameplay where you can play as Zelda with, like, a small section where you could, like, maybe, like, level up your gear or weapons a couple times and then face a dungeon, and that would be really fun and have it be something relevant. The other thing I definitely absolutely want to see in the DLC, and I think was a huge swing and miss, and the whole time during the game, I'm like, please get into them. I wanted to see more about the sages.
Oh,
and the fact that they're just literally like shadow figures, and I'm like, come on. Like, as someone who loves the champions so much, the champions from Breath of the Wild and the new champions, I need more of that. I love the representation of the different lifestyles and races in that world. And, like, it's like what a character like Urbosa and Riju did for the Garuda. Like, they're literally, the Garuda are literally the ultimate bad guys all the time. Like, so, like, they put a personification and a human side to it. And the one thing I did like, though, right, because we got used to Urbosa and them not as terrible people, the one thing I did like in Tears of the Kingdom is that they showed that they went right along with Ganon.
Yes, and what's interesting is that Gerudo Sage was kind of like a she's still stuck true to, like, the Gerudo's values and everything, whereas Ganondorf had some, like, group of Gerudo who, like, sided with him. This was, like, the leader who was like, no, we're not siding with Ganondorf, we are still staying true to who we are as the Gerudo. And it would have been so cool to see more of her in that role. And, like, I miss talking about this in my video, but that whole, like, Secret Stone Demon King reuse of that cutscene, it was kind of unfortunate because me, like, Ocarina of Time is my favorite Zelda game. It's my favorite game of all time. It means a lot to me. And when I heard that the sages were back in this game, I was so excited because I was like, This is the sages. They're gonna give some awesome callbacks to Ocarina, and when you look at the Ocarina of Time dialogue with the sages, it's at times a lot more profound than what we have gotten in Tears of the Kingdom, because the Tears of the Kingdom ones are just, oh, I'm your ancestor, Secret Stone, Demon King, imprisoning war, go do that. And I was like, these guys could have been utilized so much more, and it's unfortunate they weren't.
It drove me crazy that each of those scenes was cookie cutter, literally.
Yeah.
Like you only needed to see one and just replace the race name and the names, and you're like, wow, this is literally the same scene, just played out the same way. Like, I felt that was very low effort, and I don't understand why there was so little effort put into everything that had to do with the sages.
Yeah, it was very sad. And hey guys, it's Nish Quick. Thanks so much for checking out that video. If you enjoyed it, check out the full episode on the right, and check out more episodes of the EXP Podcast on the left, and subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.